Welcome back, Year 9s. So we're carrying on from our statistics chapter, chapter 6 of our Oxford textbook. We're looking at exercise 6F, and this is about doing means when you've got some grouped frequency data. So we've got classes here, which are between 0 and 9, 10, 19 and so on, whereas our previous work has been each class has been just one item. So for instance the dice, 2, 3, 4, 5. But now we've got a range of data, and you can see that this is going to prove a little bit more tricky than the ones that we've done previously, because 92 values in this range, but are they all 0? Are they all 1? Are they all 2? We don't really know. We're going to make an assumption that the average is in the middle somewhere. Now the middle of this, the mid-interval value, is going to be 4.5. We're making the assumption, as we look at this data, that some of the kids are going to be, under 1 year old, some of them are going to be 1, some are 2, some are 3, some are 4, some are 5, and so on, up to 9. But we're making the assumption that is evenly spread out throughout this class width, so that on average 4.5 is the average age of all of the children in that interval. So when we find out the mean from this data, it's going to be an estimate only. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's just going to be an estimate. We don't know for sure because we don't know what these 92 values are. We're just assuming they're about 4.5 on average. Okay, so now we're going to work out our mid-interval values. Halfway between 0 and 9 is 4.5. Halfway between 10 and 19 is 14.5. Halfway between 20 and 29 is 24.5. Halfway between 30 and 39 is 34.5. And I think you can see the pattern that's going on here. If you're not sure how to do this, you can see that each of these intervals goes from 0 to 9. So you just divide 9 by a half, 4.5, and you add it to the bottom of the interval. Okay, now in order for us to be able to do our estimate, remember we're using the formula mean is equal to the sum of fx over the sum of f. Well, in this case, we're not going to do fx because we don't know what each of the x values are. We're going to do fmiv. So we're going to go 92 times 4.5. So let's do that now. 92 times 4.5. And that will give us 414. Now, your job is to pause the video at this point and see if you can work out what all of the others are. I'm going to do it as well. Okay, so now I've got all of my data in. The last step is, of course, to figure out the sum of our frequency and the sum of fx. So we're just going to have a couple of extra boxes down here to work out what those values are. So again, pause the video, go ahead and do that now. Just checking the first column. Okay, I get 506 for the frequency. I hope that's right. And then the sum of our FMIV values plus 1276 plus 2082.5 plus 2346 plus 2447.5 plus 2834 plus 3096 plus 1341 equals. Now, hopefully I've done this correctly. I'm getting a value of 15,837. And now we're simply going to pop those two values into our calculator. The sum of FMIV or FX is 15,837. The sum of the frequency is 506. And therefore the mean age is 31.3 years old. Now again we can say, does this make sense of the data? Is somewhere at the lower end of this roughly in the middle? You've got about just under 300 here, 100, 2 and a bit. Yes, it sounds like it's got to be at the lower end of this one here. That makes sense to me. I hope this makes sense for you. Bear in mind that exercise 6F is an extension. It's not something that you actually have to know as a Year 9 student. However, you will have to know it next year, so we might as well get on top of it. Good luck, guys.